An error raises new questions about the accuracy of COVID-19 information from the state.
Here it is, we're going to be 7 months into this pandemic, and we're still talking about data issues.
The problem that could keep some deaths at nursing homes from being counted. The candidates for U.S. Senate prepare to face off, how the battle over the Supreme Court could play out on the debate stage. But first, our investigators uncover new details about what's causing problems for unemployed Texans trying to reach the Texas Workforce Commission.
I can only imagine how frustrating it is to our customers who get in, they've had the phone answered, and they're not helped, or they're handed off to somebody else.
Information from inside the TWC reveals why many people who call for help are not getting answers. Hello, and thank you for joining us for State of Texas. I'm Josh Hinkle. Our investigation has uncovered a reason why so many unemployed Texans are having trouble getting help from the Texas Workforce Commission. A contractor hired to help clear jammed phone lines tells us the commission won't let workers into the system to fix problems with unemployment claims. Investigator Jody Barr brought the allegations to the top of the state's unemployment agency to get answers.
I've always asked, what can we do more? I get cussed out on a daily basis. This has kind of all been handled very poorly.
For the first time since March, someone from inside the TWC is speaking out. This person asked that we conceal their identity so they don't lose their job over what they're about to tell you.
I've had multiple people where they call, and as soon as I say, I'm a contractor, they disconnect the call because they've heard it all before. They've been through this loop of contractor after contractor, and it's pretty much luck of the draw. Is it going to connect to a TWC agent or not when you dial the phone number?
This person says they're one of those contracted call takers, a contractor with very little authority to help when someone calls to find out why they're not getting an unemployment check. Other than help with filing an initial claim, helping reset a PIN number, or an address change, this contractor says they're not able to get into someone's account to fix problems.
I have no power to do so. Anything regarding an existing claim, we are very limited in that information that we can even provide to the caller.
You can't get into that personal protected information when someone calls you so that you can then go in and fix whatever's wrong with their unemployment?
Correct. We don't even see it displayed.
That means the contractor would transfer the call to a TWC agent. Both are supposed to be able to do the same job. The TWC has 430 agents. When the pandemic hit, the agency hired another 1,600 contract workers to help handle claims and calls. But about a month ago, the contractor told us the TWC began penalizing contractors who transferred calls to TWC agents instead of handling those calls themselves. The contractor's solution, they'd simply tell callers to keep calling back until they get an agent on the phone.
When I tell them that they have to call back, I am pretty much just sending them to get their benefits possibly turned off.
Should that be happening?
No.
There aren't contractors in the system who are answering calls that don't have the ability to edit a claim.
No, sir, there are not. And everybody, TWC employees and contractors who take calls have that authority. Nobody has inquiry only.
The agency set aside more than $26.4 million to pay those contractors. We told TWC Executive Director Ed Cerna about what this contractor told us.
This is unacceptable. So I know that we don't want them handing them off. And I know what I've been told, and I'll validate it, and I appreciate you bringing it to my attention, but what I've been told by our staff is all 2,000 of those call center operators, ours or contractors, have the same capability.
Dozens of people we've heard from all across Texas.
This is Monique Lampkin from Fort Bend County, Texas.
Each had stories of spending hours on hold only to end up with a TWC contractor who could not or would not help.
The idea is that when you call, you get the help, and if you're a contractor and you don't know, then we'll get you more training, or quite frankly, we'll replace you and get somebody that can get the job done.
The contractor we interviewed showed us evidence they started with the TWC in June, and these problems with some of the contractors have plagued unemployed Texans from the beginning.
So, they can't just say that they don't know or anything. And at this point, it's kind of on them. I mean, they know about these issues, and they have not been corrected yet.
That's one, it's disappointing, but two, it's frustrating to me, and I can only imagine how frustrating it is to our customers who get in, they've had the phone answered, and they're not helped, or they're handed off to somebody else. Now I have to find whatever that problem is and fix it so we can actually serve our customers better.
It definitely takes its toll, just because, some of these people are really hurting, and I know I can't help. And as for the very few, like you said, the 1/4 of people I can help, that's the reason I continue to do this, because at least I can help somebody.
The TWC director told me he's investigating to make sure every contractor who answers a call provides the help needed. As for audits, the director told me the agency can see when someone calls in, who picks up the call, and how long that call lasted. The TWC can listen in from time to time, but Josh, there's no way to know when a contractor is actually helping these callers.
Jody, we've heard from thousands of people since mid-March telling us they've had problems with phone calls to the TWC. We've given the TWC lists of people who've reached out to us for help. What's happened with those lists so far?
Well, I can tell you that TWC is calling these people back. We heard from just a few this week who have waited months for their benefits to come in after we submitted their names. Within a couple of days, the TWC called those people back, and more than $10,000 in benefits owed to these people were paid.
All right, Jody, thank you very much. We've been investigating problems with the TWC ever since the pandemic started. You can find our investigations and how we've helped unemployed Texans online now. Look for the link in this story on the Texas Politics section of this station's website. There is encouraging news about jobs in Texas. The number of new unemployment claims continues to drop. Data from the Department of Labor shows last week just over 40,000 Texans filed first-time claims for unemployment. That's down more than 17% from the week before, but it's still more than 3 times higher than what it was a year ago. The push to quickly confirm a Supreme Court justice widens divisions in D.C., and the battle could play out on the debate stage in the race for Senate in Texas. Sending a message about health care. How the push to expand Medicaid in the state is shaping the campaign to control the Texas House. Critical COVID-19 information from the state may not be reliable. The error we found that's raising questions about deaths that may not have been counted at Texas nursing homes.